Being well known or famous seems difficult for most to deal with daily, regardless of age. How many child stars have we seen burn out over the years under the spotlight? Well, I think that's why a lot of these kids' stories from the rap game are so interesting when you dive deep into them. It's interesting to see the outcome of where they went after their popularity skyrocketed on Lifetime's show The Rap Game. But unlike a lot of these childhood star stories, King Roscoe's story just seems like a polar opposite. He never has let go of his rap dreams, but he's managed to stay grounded enough to make sure that he has a plan B. As he's aged since his time on the show, you can see an old soul and a sort of wisdom in Roscoe these days, encapsulated best in his most recent single, Grew Up in the 60s. Just from that small clip, you can see he's not the same kid from the show anymore. Roscoe's grown in a lot of ways, but he still also remained himself, even with being in the spotlight for a short amount of time. He's on his grown man now, and his content, his style, and his delivery has changed. So like how we always do around here, let's go ahead and take a look back at where Roscoe came from, and then we're gonna go ahead and show y'all what he's up to these days. Sorry for the wait, y'all. I know. That's my bad. I'm back though, all right? I'm back. I had a tough month. I'm not even going to sit here boring discussing it with you. Just know I wasn't able to use my dominant hand for a little bit due to an injury. I want to give a big thank you to every single one of y'all, man. We reached 100 subscribers already, so I really appreciate everybody that's taking their time to like these videos, subscribe, just watching the video. I appreciate it all, man. I know y'all time is valuable. So without further ado though, let's go ahead and float right back into this. Dreek Jones, popularly known as King Roscoe, was born on July 21st in 2003. He's been a rapper since he was in the 3rd grade, where most people were still putting their shoes on the wrong feet. Roscoe was a born entertainer. He was rapping since the age of 8, and he really started taking rap serious after he wrote his first single, All A Student. It garnered over 85,000 views on YouTube at the time, which prompted him to follow up with more songs and videos. Early on, Roscoe seemed like he really took a love to the rap, so like most rappers, he had to figure out his persona.
Okay, I was in 3rd grade. I had like a little group, it was called Swag Team, right? So, we was just making up names, and they gave me this name, King, you know what I'm saying? At first I was like, I don't know if I like King. And then, I kept King, and my name was just King from there. But then, my mom, she told me the story how my dad's favorite show was this show called Dukes and Hazzard. And his favorite character was Roscoe. And my father died, so, you know, I wanted to incorporate my father in there. So King Roscoe just came up, I was like, oh yeah, that's not good.
It was clear to Roscoe's mother, Deshauna, that he didn't fall too far from the tree. She herself was a manager to some rappers in the rap game like the Carleone family, and even had ties with the rapper Waka Flocka's camp. Roscoe later in life would say those were the times that gave him the inspiration to become a rapper.
Culture of it, like even the people, my mom was a manager, like she was a rap manager, so she was managing rappers, and just seeing them, like, they whole charisma, they whole swag, it was like, okay, cool, I like that. Like, shit, I want to do that.
For his mother, her experiences seemed to paint a different picture. After the death of Roscoe's father, Aldrico Booker, who was tragically murdered after being shot in his apartment December 14th of 2002, left for dead. Later, he was found by his cousin. 20 years later, from the research that I've done, the homicide still remains unsolved. After everything Roscoe's mom has seen, no one will blame her for trying to keep her son far away from anything rap related. But Roscoe convinced his mother to believe in his talent.
You can't get back time, and I love my mama, swear that woman is my lifeline. So I need millions for 5-star dinners for.
And he convinced her that he was serious. Roscoe was very determined to be great from the start. And his mom would start taking her to the studio so he could record. That's where he would hone his pen and start writing some of his first raps. At those times, Roscoe would practice for hours a day just to make sure he was ready for when it was his time to shine. Nothing could stop King Roscoe. He took his grind and started performing everywhere, from birthday parties to school dances. Anywhere he could, Roscoe would hone his craft. Eventually, he would decide to take things to the next level. Roscoe auditioned for America's Got Talent Season 9, and that turned out to be a big learning experience for him. He got eliminated in the audition round. That wouldn't be the first or last time Roscoe failed, but like always, he would get back up and keep trying. He tried out for the Rap Game Season 1 and 2, but again, he didn't make the cut. It seemed like nothing Roscoe was doing was working. Unfortunately, it took him a little bit of time, but eventually he would make it through and get on season 3. After showing how serious he was and building buzz online, Jermaine Dupri gave Roscoe an opportunity to come on to the show, and he became an instant fan favorite. Everybody's little brother in the house. We've done videos on a couple of kids from that season 3. So if you haven't checked out the Nova or Flage video, but you're curious of what they're doing now, y'all can go ahead and click them. They'll be linked in the same playlist. And I just finished the script for Detronada's video, so look out for that really soon. I'm gonna have a faster turnaround than the last video I dropped. But all in all, this was a really good competitive group. Roscoe struggled a lot at times. He would later say those moments helped make him into a better artist. His passion made everyone, even sometimes the other competition, pull for Roscoe. He took losses hard and he stepped his game up and showed he was serious. He showed he had the potential to go viral when he won a challenge with his sweep dance, and he even had some real funny moments like when he was in a rap battle challenge and beat Nova. It's a side note, man, but when he said that stripper line in Nova and they panned across the house, I was on the floor laughing. That was too funny, man. Roscoe had me at that. I was a fan instantly.
I just want to kiss her. Your mom was in the club twerking. I guess she was a stripper.
He ultimately would lose the chain to Nova though, but the connections he made with JD and his fellow castmates will help jumpstart his career. He kept a strong connection with Nova, even dropping music, and there's some rumors out there that he was even dating Flage at a period of time. Roscoe was always a ladies' man even on the show, so it's not hard for me to imagine, and it seemed like he's grown more into that as he's grown up.
Taking pictures on the boat. Yeah, Drew, you got some competition.
Oh, Roscoe. I already had that. I'm got that money. Woo. Yeah, Roscoe. I'm telling y'all, Roscoe, that look.
The future was looking bright for the 13-year-old. After leaving the show, Roscoe would continue to drop music, killing everyone's beats. With freestyles on his multiple social media platforms, his content was growing and so was Roscoe. Soon, like a lot of kids in the show, he would go on a So So Def summer tour, and then shortly after, like most, he would realize his time in high school was coming to an end. Roscoe never stopped loving rap, but he's dedicated to make it in any way. After all the sacrifices his mother made, he seemed like he made a promise to himself to make sure that he's able to put her in a better position in life. So instead of having all his eggs in one basket, Roscoe decided to go to college after high school. He got accepted into Kennesaw State University. I've heard him in a couple different interviews say he was going for different things, but most recently I heard I think he was going to be a therapist or a psychologist. So I know how that changes when you're in college, but at the end of the day, I think the important thing is he's trying to make sure he develops his mind in another way and not have all his eggs just in a rap basket.
Shout out to anybody who is in college getting that shit in, because this shit ain't easy. It's deeper than rap, though. It's deeper than rap. It's about influence for me. So I'm gonna influence some people. I'm influencing my little brother when I do this shit. So it's like
he can still pursue his dreams, and he currently is. He has over 320,000 followers on Instagram, over 60,000 subs on YouTube. He recently just did the halftime show for the WNBA game in Atlanta. Still rap battling flaming dudes on Fight TV.
This is not his real hair. That is ramen noodles.
And he's still dropping crazy freestyles everywhere he goes.
lost my pops to homicide, you can't even see me wrong. But I feel like he lived through me, his energy divine. Love my fragrance, she keep asking what I got on. Told her I'd tell her if we take it back to my home. By the time I'm 20, had a game on my piggyback. Yeah, ask around, I'm really dope. To the top, I'm pretty close.
That like Roscoe, yeah, he hard, but he don't got no drip for real. Didn't he lose the rap game? He ain't got no record deal.
Roscoe again went viral in 2020 when he dropped his song Intervene. He had dancers all over the country doing their best routines. It was a fire track and it was really cool to see the choreography to it. I'm gonna post a couple clips, but I ain't gonna post too much because y'all know how YouTube be. Roscoe tapping into his passions more definitely allowed him to expand himself and become more of himself. He even moved into his own apartment, and this is one of the major reasons why I connect with his story the most. It was never about being famous. It was always about the art from the start. With Roscoe aging and expanding his music, he's now felt the need to shed his old title of King Roscoe, and nowadays he's going by Dreek Jones. With that change, you can also hear a change in his music and see it's more geared towards the ladies, more geared towards, showing more of a sensual side of himself, but also showing more of an intellectual side. He's starting a new chapter in his life, and he's starting a new chapter in music. But of course, at the end of the day, financial freedom is still going to be a motivating factor, just like it is for most people partially. But at the core of it all, it's something so pure, so authentic about Roscoe, now Dreek's music. As somebody whose favorite rappers are all bar spitters, I really appreciate Roscoe's approach, even if it isn't the most radio-ready stuff yet. It's refreshing to hear someone so young kick knowledge with a complex rhyme scheme versus just going the route that most go and going into the street direction, even if that's not the life that you really live. Roscoe's a product of his experiences, but never a victim to him. His outlook on life now is perfectly stated in his recent IG post. Just want to show some transparency on this post and express the love I have for what I do. I've been in this industry for almost a decade, and I'm still growing and learning day by day. Some would have given up as soon as the benefits weren't coming right away, but the real stay down. What comes easy is hard to maintain, but what you work for is hard to take. So if you got a dream and believe in yourself, promise me you'll never give up, Dreek. To be introspective enough to be able to understand his position, yet dedicated enough to make a way for himself and not excuses, makes me excited to see whatever Roscoe will do next.
Hey, get your ass up out that bed, know you got to do. I know this it can get hard, but you gotta see it through. No more procrastinating, it ain't no more excuses, cause who determine your success is only you. The power is in the tongue, you speak it, you can achieve it, but if you don't work for it, the words ain't gotta mean it. All we all living with trauma, we all battling demons, but the sun gon' come, we all gotta believe it. I said, the sun gon' come, but we all gotta believe it. I said, the sun gon' come, but we all gotta believe it. Keep going and move on. Keep going. That's it.
Like always, it's your boy Stone Astro. I appreciate anybody that stuck around to the end of the video. You a real one. I appreciate anybody that's taking their time to watch this video because I understand how valuable your time is. I definitely want to make sure to just give that appreciation to y'all for taking your time to watch these videos. Comment below, let me know what y'all want to see. I got Dietrich Nada coming up next. And man, this Eli video is going to be a trip for real. So y'all make sure I buckled in for this one because it's really going to take off. Go ahead and drop that outro.
I done said a lot of things that I can't take back. And if you want to know the truth, there's a lot of good things that I know I like. I can't talk to you, I can't tell you the truth.